Hi. It's March. Dang it! Oh my god, I was doing so good. Like yesterday, I nailed it. It's April 26th today. And I feel pretty good about today. Last night, did we watch a movie? No. After dinner, I don't really remember when I filmed last. After reading my dad's dinner, we watched SNL. Pete was fantastic on it. Did a bit with Adam Sandler rapping in quarantine. Like there's some pretty good ones, but obviously they're on Zoom, so we can't really do too much there. I think I was asleep 11:30ish, 12ish. That's my best guess. And then my dreams. Oh, okay. I remember being with Rochelle. And then, like, I'm sorry, that was kind of scary. I remember being with Rochelle, and then she kept saying this joke over and over again. And she was, like, with a group of, like, older people. And then I was just, like, annoyed, so I, like, didn't answer. But I think that was because Everest kept saying the, like, 40-year-old joke over and over again. I think that's what that was. And then I remember being in a classroom and I don't really know, but that's what I remember. And then I woke up got up at like 8:50, got ready, went downstairs to work out, but it took us 20 minutes to figure out how to set up the TV because Everest took the Apple box to his room. Took a while, whatever. So then after that, after that I did some more of my exercise. So I did the Chloe Chang ab workout, and I did some inner thigh exercises. Then I went upstairs, really fast shower, because I was like, oh, my dad still needs a shower, so I like took a fast one, but then he didn't even shower, so could have taken more time. But anyways, I got ready. This is my outfit. My dad does not approve of the skirt, but that's okay. We're in quarantine. I still wear it out of quarantine, but I like skirt, so whatever. After I just don't look good, so I'm trying to fix that, so sorry about that. After that, I made breakfast. I had some eggs with salsa and a green smoothie. It was very good, very good, very good. And I was laying outside kind of sunbathing, and then Everest came out and he was playing the Nintendo Switch. After that, I came inside, I did the dishes, and then I started my little project for today. So yesterday, I was just like, I don't know, I was like, you know what, people are going through a hard time, and I'm not saying, I don't have it bad, I'm in a good health, I'm in a good mood, like, I'm staying pretty positive. So I was like, why don't I do something nice, and maybe, it's the right timing for someone, or, just something they need right now. So I wrote out cards for like 10 people. It was Judy, Cheryl, Eden, Katie, Tegan, Rochelle, Kitsy, John and Hillary, Molly, and Haley. I wrote them all little cards in cursive, wrote them a little personalized message, and then I went over to my grandma's house, and I was like, hey grandma, I want to make cookies. And she's like, oh, well, I have a cookie cookbook, so you can look at that. This is huge cookbook, and I was like, oh, this is insane. You make all this? And when I grew up, I just want a kitchen like hers, like everything's so organized, like everything like stocked up full, like everything is like, I loved it. And yeah, so she helped me make some cookies. I made 30 cookies. 30 cookies, 3 for each person, I guess. And meanwhile they were cooking, I had a few shirts. Oh, I actually have them. And I like pinned them all up, did everything, cut them, whatever. I just needed her to, or I wanted to use a sewing machine, but she did instead, which was fine. Obviously, it's her sewing machine. So I just hemmed this one. Made it short. It probably looks really tiny there. And then this shirt, I want to do a cool design because I don't really wear the shirt that much, but I might now. So like this is what it looks like on the back. Then you like tie those, if that makes any sense at all. It'll like make a whatever. So she just sewed those up for me, and I put the cookies in bags and put some ribbon over it. And then I headed out. Oh, and Diane stopped by, who's coffee. Oh, my hair, like I feel so, this is so horrible. Oh, I don't even want to look at myself. Diane like stopped by and she dropped off flowers for my grandma, which was so sweet. Just put them to white tulips. Anyway, so I started out. First, I drove to Cheryl's across the street, but I saw she was outside, so I was like, I want to surprise her. So instead, I went to Judy's, and she was outside too. So like, she already saw me, and she's doing well. She's obviously pretty paranoid, so she doesn't really want to come down to the coffee shop. But her grandson and granddaughter are doing good, as she always positively compares us to them. Blue is also so cute. I miss Blue so much. So. Oh. She said it blessed her day. So, or she's having a very blessed day. So that was good. And then I went to Cheryl's and I gave them to her. She couldn't say thank you enough, obviously. Like, she's so nice. But she was outside still, so like, whatever. And then next up, I went to Katie's, Tegan's, and Eden's and dropped them off. And Tegan and Eden both texted me right away, and they're like, "We're not home," but I was like, "Don't even worry about it." And then I went to go check on the tennis courts because I was like, I had 2 bars of gas left, and I wanted to get down to 1, which is exactly 50, and the gas station's right there. So I was like, more bang for your buck, as they call it. So I went to go check out the tennis courts, and there's like 2 people on bikes like on the top of the hill. So I was like, I could see them watching me, so I was a little conscious of that. It's like closed for the rest of the season, so maybe the lock still works. I didn't try the lock, so maybe I'll go in. I don't know. After that, I got gas, $30 to fill up my tank. They're trying times. Then I saw a car light, so I took a picture of that. After that, I drove to Rochelle's house, dropped off Rochelle's cookies. And I'm just blasting music, hand out the window, just like having the best time. Pretending I'm in a movie. And then I like stopped in a little trailer park, I forget what it's called, and took a picture of a sign on my film camera. It's so cute. After that, I went to John and Hillary's, dropped them off. And on my way back, I saw Hillary coming in, so I was like, perfect timing. And then I like would text Haley, and I was like, "Oh, are your mom's, your dad's?" I dropped off Molly's. I saw Chunko and Amanda on the way, and then she was like, "Mom." So then I like dropped them off, And like I would like drop them off, and then I would text them after and like leave right away so they wouldn't see me. But Haley, she must have been on the lookout, because who asks what house you're at, in all caps in the middle of the day. So she caught me, and she's very appreciative. And then after those, I believe it was time for Kitsy's. Yeah, at the gas station before I stopped at Colossi's to grab some gloves. But I went to Kitsy's, very beautiful drive. But I was approaching a stop sign. I saw this blue Toyota coming up behind me, and it was like speeding like very fast. And then it started like tailgating me, like it was really close. And I was like, what? But then I was like, oh, it's one of my friends. So I pulled over, and I was like, if it's Kitsy, like I don't want her to see that I'm going there, so I'm gonna pretend to turn right. So I pulled over, and then I was like, oh, you know, I might as well say hi. So I rolled down the window, and she pulled up, and they look over, start talking, and it's not Kitsy. So I was just like and just let her go. And I was like, maybe that's her sister, but no. I drove to Kaylee, and then I spent a while just driving around because I was trying to figure out which one was her house. And so I like parked like a little bit in front of her house, like a little bit down the street, and I was looking on Snap Maps, and I was like trying to think of how to figure that out. And then I see the blue Toyota pull up into the driveway. I was like, oh, it's the right house. And then I see your parents unload groceries for probably like 5-10 minutes. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I'm just thinking I'm so cool, so stealthy. And I finally run them out, and I was like, text her, and then go the other way, go back on the highway. And then I was behind a tractor, so I was like, no. So I like took some weird turn, and then got home. So that was nice. And then I had a snack on my phone. Oh, and then Everson, I went to Shoppers. I had to get some meatballs, he had to get a charger, and I got some film. So I'm getting some film developed, which is really nice because you can do it at Shoppers, and I'll just text you when it's done. So that was very nice. And then I came home and I started cooking some dinner. I made some spaghetti with Alfredo meatballs and beans. Quite simple, but you know, just trying to learn what I can, I guess. And my mom has a Zoom call on meanwhile I'm like making this, or we all just dread it. We're just like, what are we doing? And then Dana had to be like, I made a chocolate cake. I'm making one right now. I was like, Grandma, like how dare she try and like take back her favoritism? Like how dare she call herself a favorite and then do something that I've already done? Anyways, after dinner around 8, Kitsy, it was her first day of work, so she came and we were just talking outside. She got a new car. She got a blue Mazda. Her dad gave it to her. It isn't standard, so she said she did sell a few times, but it was very nice. She said she was on her way to car circle with like all the spring ball people, and she was like, I can come, but I'm supposed to do a workout with my mom. And I thought we were watching a movie, but apparently we're not watching a movie. I don't know. She always hypes me up though. She way too much. But yeah, I just got in. I think we're gonna do our workout now, and maybe watch a movie, maybe watch an episode of Tiger King. And yeah, so that's the plan. And that was it. It was a very great day. Very happy to be alive, and you know, just thriving is what I would call it. But yeah, so that's about it, I guess. And I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.